So weak forces is the fourth type. So for that, weak forces have, like in case of strong force, I have told you that it has the domain of 10 to the power minus 15 meters, and its domain is further lesser than that, 10 to the power minus 15 lesser than that meters. And these weak forces, these only appear in some nuclear processes, like beta decay. What is beta decay? You will come across this very thing. I will give an idea about it. Like if we have a particle neutron, this is a particle neutron. If this particle neutron is inside a nucleus with radioactive nature, that is disintegrating nature. That is, it decomposes. That is, the nucleus is with the passage of time, it decomposes into further smaller things. So this neutron gets decomposed, gets converted into a proton. This is neutral charge, this is positive charge. To conserve the charge, we have to have another particle is coming out of this radioactive nucleus, which is negative in nature, and furthermore another particle, this very thing. What are these exactly? This is proton, the positive charge. This very thing is called as the beta beam, which is coming out of the beta particle, which is coming out of the nucleus. To conserve the momentum, in the advanced topic you will come to know, we have another particle coming out. This is called as the anti-neutrino. It is, in some case, you can say the opposite to neutrino. Anti-neutrino. So this is the beta decay here. When a neutron decays, in case of the radioactive element, in case of a radioactive nucleus, neutron gets decomposed into proton plus electron plus anti-neutrino, and this beam forms the particles called as beta particles. So you have observed that, you have seen that there are 4 kinds of forces which are fundamental in nature: the gravitational force, the electromagnetic force, 2 other nuclear force. One is strong nuclear force, and another is the weak force. So regarding that, I will have a comparison of their strength comparison. Just few more minutes to complete this topic. Strength comparison. Say, for example, for gravitational force, we will take a unit strength, 1 unit strength. Okay, then in case of, then there is after that, if we have gravitational force of unit strength, the second one which comes as more stronger than this gravitational force, because this gravitational force is the weakest among all the fundamental forces. This is the weakest force of all the forces, and it's mysterious. You can see that the force which is running mechanism of all the stars, planets, Earth, Sun, every stuff on the celestial level, but its strength is so much weak, its strength is so much smaller. See upon the comparison. The second which comes, it is weak force. weak force, then the electromagnetic force. Then after that, the most strong is the strong force itself, strong nuclear force. Okay, strong nuclear force. What is the magnitude of there with respect to gravitational force? Because the gravitational force, I put it 1 unit strength. The weak force is 10 to the power 26, 10 to the power 26 times stronger than gravitational force. Stronger than gravitational force. Because 10 to the power 26 times 10 to the power 26 units. This very thing, electromagnetic, it is 10 to the power 36. This is an approximation, keep that in mind. This is approximation, it's not the exact value. I'm just giving the rough calculation, the approximation. This electromagnetic force is 10 to the power 36 times stronger than the gravitational force itself. See how much weaker the gravitational force itself is. Electromagnetic force is 10 to the power 36 times greater than having the strength of that of gravitational force. So 10 to the power 36 units. And you know stronger force, as I earlier told you, that stronger force is 10 to the power 2 times, that's 100 times greater than electromagnetic, which means that strong force is 10 to the power 38 times greater or more strong than gravitational force. See how much weaker this gravitational force is and how much strong in comparison between these two. How much weak this gravitational force is and how much strong this strong force is. But the only difference, the major difference, this is long range force and this is short range force inside the nucleons, which is existing between the nucleons. Short range force. This is the major difference. See this very thing and this very thing, and see the huge difference between these strengths. Gravitational force is the weakest of all fundamental forces, but there is an attempt which is going on still, which we called as the unification of the fundamental forces. Unification of forces. Look, in the 19th century, Maxwell, this is a great physicist, you might have heard his name. He unified electromagnetism with optics, that is light stuff, dealing with the subject which deals with the light. So Maxwell in the 19th century, he unified these two things: electromagnetism, that is the forces which are existing between the particles which are charged, and optics, the light itself. That means he concluded that the light, the electromagnetic wave itself, is due to the formation, its formation is due to the interaction between the particles which are charged in nature. Okay, so he unified these two stuff, these two domains. Then in the 20th century, the physicists like Glasshow, Abdus Salam, and other workers, they unified another two forces: this electromagnetic force, which is here, and this weak force. They unified this very thing, these two fundamental forces, that is electromagnetic force plus weak force. And now the attempt in the 21st century is going on to unify all other forces with gravitational force, and that is the unification of all the forces. That is some scientists called it as the theory of everything. So attempts are being made, but it is not successful yet, to unify all the forces of nature. So hope you got an idea about the fundamental forces of your universe. There are 4 of them, and you have got an idea about them. I hope you have got it. Kindly support the channel, the School of Physics, understand the universe. I will see you in the next.